Hey, it's Matt Inglot from Freelance Transformation, and today we're going to talk about how to find the time to freelance while you're still a full-time employee. This is a question that comes from a couple of readers, Alexa and Clarissa, and they basically wrote in with the same question. They have full-time jobs and they want to freelance, but they just don't know how to find the time. And this is a tough question because nothing that I tell you is magically going to give you 25, 26, 27 hours in the day. It's about taking the time that you already have and using it more efficiently while at the same time being careful not to burn yourself out. And that last point is so important. I've been through burnout several times and it's never worth it. It's never fun and it's not the way to start your business. So, keep that in mind. Now, what can you do? One thing that's worked really well for me when I was starting out, and I know has worked well for other full-time freelancers and entrepreneurs, is to wake up earlier and do the work on your business first. So I was still going to school, so I had a full-time course load, I had tests, I had assignments. It was pretty hard to find time. So what I would do is I would wake up at 5 a.m. and from 5 a.m. to 7:30, I would work on my business. I wouldn't shower, I wouldn't start messing around. I would just get a cup of coffee and start working. And that worked amazingly well because first of all, I had no distractions. It was so early in the morning. And second of all, it meant that I was able to give my business my best mental energy. I was able to work on it before I had been to school all day and gotten tired and unmotivated. And it's the same thing when you're a full-time employee. If you go to a cubicle from 9 to 5, by the time you come home, you're really not going to want to work more. Plus, you're going to probably want to spend time with your family if you have a spouse and kids and so on. So the waking up early hack really works, and in the short run, it'll get you going. Now, next thing is to evaluate your job situation itself. First of all, is this a full-time job that takes 60 hours a week or 40 hours a week? If it's more like 60 hours a week, consider switching jobs. There's full-time jobs that'll probably pay you the same or just a little bit less that require a much smaller time commitment. And especially if your long-term goal is to actually freelance, there's nothing wrong with switching to a less demanding job, such as government work, for example, while you start working on going full-time with your business, which might take you a year or two to do anyway. Alternatively, you can talk to your boss. And some bosses are open to the idea of you switching part-time rather than losing you entirely. Or better yet, ask to work from home a couple days a week. It's amazing how much more work you can get done when you don't have all of the distractions of the office environment. And if you're going to be a freelancer, you got to get good at working from home anyway. So give that a try, and then chances are you're going to be able to do a lot of work for your employer, maybe more than you would normally, and still have plenty of time left for client work. So it's not about increasing the quantity of time in the day, it's about using that time more efficiently. Lastly, like I said, it's important not to burn out, which means that I consider free time to be very important. And one of the biggest ways that you can make sure that you maintain your energy, you avoid burning out, is to make better use of your free time. So maybe instead of watching Netflix for 2 or 3 hours in the evening, find something that you enjoy a lot more than Netflix, that gives you more energy, is more engaging, and do it for an hour instead. I rarely watch TV these days because what I found consistently is that while Netflix is a lot of fun, I find I have to watch a lot of Netflix to really rejuvenate myself. Whereas if I do other more active things like exercising or working on my woodworking hobbies or electronics hobbies, I actually get a lot more energy from that. So try something like that. Try something that you really enjoy and cut out the TV watching instead. And of course, lastly, cut out the stuff that you don't need to be doing, period. For example, a lot of household chores can be optimized. My wife and I, when we started running out of time, we switched to doing some pretty hardcore meal prepping. What we would do instead of cooking dinner every night is we would cook dinner only 2 nights a week, but we would simply cook enough food to make sure that we had enough to last us for 3 days. So we were eating healthy, nutritious food 6 out of the 7 days of a week. And meanwhile, we actually cut down our cooking time a lot. And you can do that with other chores. Laundry, there's a lot of things that you can optimize with laundry, cleaning, and so on. So if you actually start looking at where your time is going every day, there are hours that you can free up without actually decreasing the quality of your life and maybe increasing the quality of it instead. So Clarissa, Alexa, and everyone else watching, I hope that helps you. I would love to see you succeed in your freelancing journey. And that's also why I'm making more of these videos. So if you like this advice, you're trying to freelance, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I've got more of these to come. And if you're someone that's currently making the transition from full-time employee to freelance, I would love to hear how it's going for you. So leave a comment down below, and I promise to read and respond to all of them. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.